You may have heard of the new restaurant in the heart of the Elmwood Village that's giving Mediterranean a whole new meaning. It's called Mira, and it's providing diners of Western New York the opportunity to expand their palates while staying true to familiar flavors we know and love. We're giving you an inside look so you can see for yourself what all the buzz is about.
Mira, the conjugation of the Spanish verb mirar, means to look. But for one Buffalo restaurateur couple, the word means so much more.
It's something that Manny says a lot at home as a term of endearment to me, and we were, spending a lot of time trying to come up with a name. It was one of the harder things we had to do, and because we wanted the name to be super meaningful, not just a name that sounded cool. We want people to look at this restaurant and see something that they don't have available to them.
Welcome to Mira, a brand new space in the Elmwood Village, filling some tall orders in the short time it's been open. A culinary concept born from chefs and co-owners Manny and Gina Ocasio, who met in the restaurant scene of Philadelphia and sparked more than a stove burner.
And I dragged her to Buffalo, and we've been here for almost 4 years. From the moment we talked about moving back to Buffalo was to create a restaurant like this. So we're just super excited that it worked out the way it did and that we have the partners that we have, and we're just super lucky to have had everything go our way in that direction.
Their vision of Mira from the beginning was a space that combines elegance and minimalism, two things that seem to contradict. But through the restaurant's aesthetic appeal and a menu that focuses on using few ingredients in new ways, they're encouraging diners to expand their palates without compromising on comfort.
So our partner Karen designed the restaurant, and we really wanted this restaurant to reflect the food in its visual look and the aesthetics. We didn't want it to just be a beautiful space. We wanted the design to have meaning as well, along with the food. We think that every detail really just kind of puts you in that place that makes you feel like you're in a special restaurant.
It's kind of a dichotomy, bold but simplistic.
Yeah.
And somehow you managed to blend the two perfectly together.
Yeah, so the food is really meant to all be sort of rustic and simple. But again, using the best ingredients that we can and putting a lot of thought and effort into the preparation.
Take, for example, their culigiones, a classic Sardinian dish that delivers familiar flavors in a typical fashion. The ingredient list? Semolina and water for the dumplings pasta coat, stuffed with a creamy mix of potato and pecorino and smothered in a tomato basil sauce, culminating in comfort on a plate.
Here we have a ricotta gnocchi alla matriciana, a classic Roman pasta. We do ours with tomatoes, red onions, guanciale, black pepper. And here we have spaghetti alla vongole, so spaghetti with clams, another classic dish.
And they don't skimp on the sweets either, with fresh takes on Mediterranean classics like tiramisu and gelato.
And this one is a Concord grape. It's just local Concord grapes, sugar and a little lemon, just perfect, I think.
And behind the pine, or in their case, blue soapstone, they're focusing on flavor for their curated cocktails.
Our bar manager, Mary, has made an incredible cocktail list with some house cocktails and spritzes that just complement the food. They're light, fresh. She uses a lot of spices, a lot of herbs, that sort of thing. Like doing a martini that uses olive and tomato and has a feta garnish to kind of give that fun play on a Greek salad, but in a drink. The bar at Mira is gonna be a good place to be.
All of their emphasis on intricacies, it's no surprise that the location is also meaningful, having taken over an iconic building from Buffalo's restaurant Rolodex.
It was important for us to find the right place in the community and something that all of these thoughts and ideas that we've had for years and years and years could really shine through and be exemplified.
What made this seem like the perfect place for you to open up Mira?
Yeah, we lived on Elmwood for the first 3 years of living in Buffalo, so we're super familiar with the area. We love how the neighborhood feel is, and I'm not from Buffalo, but I have only heard how Panos was such an institution. So then when this building came to our attention, I thought that was so cool and special, and people seemed really happy at the prospect of something coming into this building again.
As the Ocasio's passion project, Mira ignited alongside their own flame, and the heat is catching on throughout the whole community with no sign of cooling down.
We got married this summer while we were opening this restaurant. So like,
You were
it's
like,
really,
let's just
yeah,
go for it.
it's really just all like tied together, you know?
And they're hoping the seed they planted will inspire others to put roots down alongside them.
I would love to see, 5 restaurants open up in the next few years on this same strip. But I think that that's something that we're sort of missing here, and I would love to see and like help sort of like change that.
There's just already been so much buzz around Mira. What does it mean for you, especially like this is your baby and now she's here and you've invited her into the world and you're getting such great feedback.
It's been super exciting to see how like fired up people are for us to be open. We have had like some nervous moments because the food that we serve is like, again, a little bit different of like, are people gonna love this? And so seeing that reaction and seeing how bad people want to get in here to try dinner has been amazing.
The goal was always to have a lot of food on the table and a lot of happy noises in the air.
Mira, a look into the future of Buffalo's culinary lexicon.
If you'd like to book a reservation for Mira, view their menu, or learn more about their location and hours, you can visit mirabuffalo.com.